Hello and welcome to the Warhammer Kill Team Hivestorm team assembly video. As you can see, I haven't really cleaned up too much since the last terrain assembly video. I think the goal today is probably going to be to get through the Vespid Stingwings, as they should be pretty easy. Or at least hopefully a little bit easier than these Tempestus Aculons. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And then last thing after those two is going to be the equipment pack, and then we should be all done with our model cutting. The equipment pack is going to take only a couple minutes, so that should be pretty easy. So I'm hoping other than that we'll get through these Stingwings, which is going to be this one right here and this one right here. So I think this is going to be the main objective for today. I've just read through a little bit online, and fortunately, now I know we're not going to be making the Vespid Warriors or the Tempestus Troopers. We're going to be making the Specialists, so that's going to make these a little bit easier today. I thought we were going to have a little bit of an issue picking out which variants we're going to have to go with, but it turns out whatever's the first option is going to be the best one for gameplay. So that's going to make it a lot easier. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the Stingwings here. As you can see in the instructions here, the Aculons are going to take a little while compared to the Stingwings, which are only a few pages. And let's set up here. I don't know what that is. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Good enough. Alright, so it looks like we have some interchangeable parts. We may have to go through that a little bit too, find out which ones we want to go with. But again, I'm thinking whatever's the first one that comes up is going to be the best option for the game. Yeah, looks easy enough. I also want to share something that I did the other day. I finally got some sleeves for the game, and I picked up the box of Approved Ops 2025. That's what. Whoops. They're still very new, so very glossy, a little tough to handle. Yeah, now we have 2 years of Approved Ops and sleeves. I'm still trying to figure out a way to protect these fold-out cards. They're a little too big for other covers I have. So I'm going to have to figure that out at some point. But in the meantime, I'm happy those are finally dealt with. I can kind of skim through them a little bit without scratching them up too much. I'll also mention that I have a lot of the mounts, or excuse me, the bases down here, and the little homemade holder. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and check out which interchangeable parts we have here. It looks like just a bunch of different heads, probably different emotions. This one has a mask on it. We'll definitely want to do that one. You know, I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as we go with the first thing in every step, every first variant we have, then we're probably fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we'll be starting with B1, B2, and B3. Coming off of this sheet. Again, we can kind of take a moment to appreciate the quality. I say kind of because the lighting's not the best. You get the point. Alright, let's cut into this here. I see 2 and 3. Let's find part 1. What does it look like? It should be body. Here we go, right here. Alright, and we are off to the races with the first cut of the Vespid Stingwings from Kill Team Hivestorm. Whoops. Alright, not too bad a cut. Just clean it up a little bit here. Easy. Alright. Very easy cut to start off with. Let's go on and move to part number 2. Let's well cut 3 as well while we're at it. Now let's throw them together here. Oh, that's right. This is not a push fit kit. We are going to have to glue. Looks like this one's a bit of a tough fit here. There we go, something like that. The other one as well should be pretty easy. Alright, grab a paper towel here. Backup piece there, piece right here. Let us commence the gluing. Alright, that snaps into place pretty easy. Let's go and do the other leg now. Alright, that's looking good. Let's hop over to B4 and B5. Now I'm remembering this is part of the glue that broke off. But it doesn't make any difference though, so we should be okay here. Let's move on to B4 and B5. I see B4 here. P5 is this big old base right here. Another almost push-fed part here. Should be easy. If that's the right area, let's make sure we're putting some here too. A little bit too much glue on here. As long as we get it off quick and it doesn't dry, it shouldn't make too big a deal. That's all right. Side. Let's flip it over here. And an easy fit. You know, so far this is working a lot easier than I was thinking as far as the gluing and the fitting. And the cutting. All of it. Alright, let's double check what this means here. I don't recall seeing that little red and white symbol. Dry fit stage before gluing. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing, I think. I hope so. Let's move on to B6 and B7 to find out here. Just cut out a gun. Let's make sure. Is this the right one? Yes. It looks like the bearing here is only going to be the hat, or I guess the face, or the mask. So, or helmet, whatever you want to call it. So B6 and B7 should be fine. just looked a little bigger. Didn't think it really cut anything though, so that's good. Good enough. It's going to be something like that. This arm has a little peg on it, so let's go and do that one. That should be easy. Not done that much glue. Let's take a little bit off here. Just a bit. If I the little arm, click onto the gun there. That feels pretty good. Not bad. Yeah, these guys are pretty easy so far. Let's move on to the head here. We're definitely going to want to use that for the game and for the looks as well. That's definitely a lot cooler. So let's look for that one here. Looks like it's going to be B8. I don't know if I'm seeing it here. Let's check the other sheet. Yeah, there we go. All lined up. That's kind of cool. We have all the heads lined up there. Really wish I could zoom in a little bit here, but unfortunately I don't have the light set up high enough. It's all dark like that. Wow, those are cool. We're at B8. careful here, as these are very thin pieces and very present on the model. So we gotta be very cautious. As far as where the head sits, that one might be a little tough to line up. Right about there, that should be good. Alright, we got this. Alright. There's our first Stingwing. Excellent. Do we want to do the basing right now? I prefer not to. I think maybe I'll save the basing for another time so that we can paint it. Well, let's see here. It kind of depends on how sturdy they are. If I can stand them up in the corner here, then we'll skip it for now. And we also do need to make sure they're pretty centered. I think we'll hold off on that for now. We'll go ahead and stack them up right here. And move on to the next guy. And now we're jumping up to B34, 35, and 36. You know, I'm just now realizing, I wonder if there's any coincidence in these being Stingwings on sheet B. Yeah, but it's... I see you, what are they called? Warhammer Official. I see you guys. Alright, B35, 36. feel like practice push fitting is definitely a must. There we go. I feel like the practice matching up the pieces and fitting them together is a little tough, but then once you go for the glue, it's very satisfyingly solid. Feels like it settles into place very nicely. These match up very nicely when they glue together. On to 37 and 38. Seven, 38. There's 38. Rough cut there. We're gonna have to clean this one up. Let's see, how do these go on here? This one seems to be a bit of a rougher fit. Let's just make sure this is B37 we cut off here. B37. There. It's okay. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be as snug of a fit as the other ones. Though it does seem to line up. Ah, there we go. Okay, we may not even need to glue that. I think we will, but that definitely is very snug. It is such a perfect fit that it's almost difficult. It's a very good thing. Yeah, there we go. That's solid right there. These guys should be an easy drop in too. See if we can push him down just a little bit more here. I gotta say, this is so far perhaps my best modeling experience. Definitely out of Warhammer, dare I say, ever. Not ever, but so far it's definitely a great competitor for that. This is working great. These are very tight fits. Feels like a little bit of a puzzle at first, but then once you have it, it's snug. It's very snug. It fits very well. Yeah, this is great. Alright, looks like another variant here. We always got to go with the first one. Let's build this gun first. 40, 41, 42. .42. And 40 right here.
go ahead and put this little gun together. Line it up on the sides a little bit. Looks like there's some little rivets in there, some little dimples to keep it in place. That's really cool. Dropped it. Get this extra glue brushed off here. That looks good. Piece looks a little confusing here. What is that supposed to be? Let me take a better look here. Oh, it's a scope. I thought it was part of his arm or something. Okay. That should be easy because of that little notch in there. There's a little bit too much glue there. Let's get this off real quick. That looks great. Perfect. Now that we have that, we have B39 as well. No, let's cut that out real quick here. Like our glue may have hardened a little bit here. There we go. So we can safest drop here. Actually, that's a little bit much. Get some of that out. Save the remnants to do the job.
another nice and smooth fit. Alright, great. Let's see, how much more do we have for this guy? We got some wings to put on. Oh, we didn't put the wings on for this guy. We totally skipped that. We're gonna do that right now. Come on back here. Let's get those B9s on you. Seeing a 9 here. It's not over in here, is it? Oh, it shouldn't be. There we go. Man, these look cool. This is a really good set, I gotta say. Like, so far just for the modeling alone, this kit is kind of a 10 out of 10 recommend. Like, this is great. Detailed parts, they go together easy. I feel like maybe that's why they used it for this kit. Possibly. Probably not the highest priority when it comes to putting things together like that, but I'm sure it definitely aids in the case because this makes it very satisfying to build. Can I switch my guys up? Yeah. Let's go on this guy. Something like that. Seems to be clogging up a bit here. Leaving the cap off, I didn't think it'd dry that quick. Whoa, now that's way too much. Oh boy. Well, definitely gonna have to get some of this off here. And now there's our first Stingwing. These are cool. These are really nice kits so far. Alright, now on to this guy. Got his arms onto his wings and face. It's going to be B-44 and 43. I'll put this on for a while. This is going to be a really cool one. It's going to be a bit of a tight fit because it looks like one of his eyes literally lines up to the little scope. Wow, that's some nice detail. I think I'm right. Yeah, it looks like it. Just have to find the right angle here. See if we can do this here. It just pops right on. It's so easy. Absolutely incredible. I feel like I struggle a little bit with the dry set, or the dry line up thing, and then as soon as I glue it, it just works. Oh, I didn't test this one. It should be okay. Oh, his head's coming loose. Glue on his back here. Stingwing number 2 complete. He does stand without the little base. Perfect. It's just showing, I guess that's the final result if you want to do the variant. So number 2 is good. Let's go on to 19. 47 right here. Eight. And 49 right next to it. Okay. Things are good. Let's grab B50 for the base. Not the base, but the thing he's standing on, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, terrain. looks like we're going to be making a shade strain, whatever that may mean. We'll be following this and not this. So we need B53. Nope. Especially with a piece this snug. Don't need that much glue. Alright, 54, 55, 56, and 52. Let's start with 52. There's 55. Let's check this real quick. No, these are just heads, wings, and then the little drone sentry thing. So, should be here somewhere. There we go. We need 56 and 54. Right here. That was the other line, 56. Should just be an arm piece. 56. Where's it at? $56. Perfect. Also noticing the Tau Empire logos on the sides of the arms here. I don't know much about Warhammer lore to explain what that means, but I do know that Stingwings are supposed to be part of the Tau Empire, which is, I don't know if they're all robots or something. That seems to be, I don't know. I honestly don't know how much to say about it. But it is cool to see the logos on here, I guess.
we scrape these up and we clean them up with the scope? I don't know if we did. Looks okay now. Where's this go? It's gonna go in his hand, it looks like. Maybe his chest? Yeah, this goes in his hands. This looks like some sort of chest piece. It's like B51 for the head, so let's get that real quick. Might as well cut out the wings too. It's going to be 58 and 57. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like the little gas tank fell off. I didn't even cut it or move it around that much. It should be an easy fix. So hopefully just a little bit of glue will get that back on there.
deep cut there. Good. Should still land it pretty easy. Glue off. And then let's try to get this back on here. I'm gonna do glue on both sides just in case. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And as long as we prime it, then once it kind of settles down, we can probably bend it to the side a little. So, yeah, not too bad. Wings are on. Let's see if we can line up this face here. There should be good. Let's see if we can do that. Stingwing number 3 complete. Alright, let's go toss off to the side here and get started on the next one. Might be a little front heavy there. No, we got him there. That's good. Alright, so we did that. Deal with that later. Now, on to number 4. It's already been an hour, surprisingly, so I think maybe, gosh, we have like, what, 10 of these guys left? Or in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more wings to go through. Let's do 2. We'll do half of them today and half another time. That should work pretty good. Alright, 11, 12, 13, let's get to it.
line this up a bit here. This is borderline snap fit. It works so well. I am very impressed. Really tight squeeze on this one. Yeah, that glue's getting a little stubborn now. This guy's going to be a Vespid Sky Blast. B16 and B17. Go ahead and grab 18 and 20. Figure out what that means later. So 18 and 20. No. Yes, 18 and 20 is good. But 20s are here. Mini Stingwing from the ground, checking out his brethren.
do this right? Ah, okay. Just kind of a bad angle, I guess. Or less than ideal. That's fine, we got it there. Right. Which one is this guy? This guy, so we need B19, I guess? And why it's yellow like that? I guess they all kind of are. Alright, B19. Number 4 done. Just jump right into the 5th one. Set this guy down carefully here. Alright, now on to 23, 24, 25. There, that's not good. Oh boy. It's a harsh cut. Down. Well, luckily it'll kind of be hidden under the head, so that shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully the primer will help fill it in. Primer. Paint. Six 28.
next piece here for the swamp guard, as it seems. It's going to be 29 and 27. Here. G7. Left hand on this one. Next page. Looks like 2 more pieces, then we are done for the bid. And it's going to be part 30 and 31. Oops. And there's number 5. Excuse me. Alright, there we go. I see we call it there for now. There are the first 5 models of the Vespid Stingwings from Warhammer Kill Team Hivestorm. That was one of the best cutting and gluing experiences I've ever had. It was fun to line up. It was a little difficult. And then once you put on the glue, it just felt like it snapped into place almost. So that's very satisfying. There are those guys. And we will call it there. And we'll do the next one soon enough. Thanks for watching.